Hey, what's up guys? I'm going to be showing you how to fix a crack in a surfboard like this one. And this crack formed from me and my friend colliding on a wave, and unfortunately one of his fins broke through the fiberglass. So getting started, I taped off the area with masking tape, and then I scuffed up the surface with 120 grit sandpaper. And I'm using some 2-part resin that I got at the Home Depot. You don't need anything that special, and a little bit of fiberglass from the Home Depot as well. What I'm doing here is just an optional step. I saved the offcut from the surfboard that I cut up in the wooden surfboard build, and then I just use a coarse rasp to get some shavings off, and I'm mixing that in with the 2-part resin. All that really does is just thicken up the resin, and it helps it make it a little bit easier to fill in the crack, and I'm just using a paintbrush to kind of work it in. So while the resin was still wet, I cut a little piece of the fiberglass off, and you don't need much, just a little bit to cover the crack and the surrounding area. And I just placed it into the resin, making sure that there was no trapped air bubbles under the fiberglass when it soaked in. So the next day I just took some 80 grit sandpaper and blended the surfaces together. Here I'm just using the orbital sander to further blend the new patch of fiberglass into the old. So let's take a step back and talk about a surfboard's construction. Every board has a layer or two of fiberglass and then an outside layer of resin, and that layer is called the hot coat. The hot coat layer is important because it helps blend together the layers of fiberglass, and it also adds a little material to the board, so when the shaper is sanding the board smooth, he can sand the hot coat layer and not worry about cutting into the fiberglass. So long story short, I just replicated the hot coat by mixing up more of the resin and painting it on thinly, and once it was dry I just took the orbital sander with 220 and then hand sanded with 400. And then it's pretty much done. Like I said in the beginning, I'm just using some general purpose resin from the Home Depot, and that comes in a brown tint. If you buy clear resin and use it for a repair, that repair will be a lot less noticeable than mine, but for me, I don't really mind. That's it guys, I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a thumbs up, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.